People are not gifted positions. People qualify to handle positions. Anybody who will not go through process, even if he is the most gifted, he is not needed. He will become a cancer in the system. Some people come, they join the choir, and they say they are stars. They have good voice. They want to sing. But when you say today they are fasting, you don't see them. You say we are going out for soul winning, they are not there. You say they are praying, they are not there. But when there's a conference like this, they come with high heels, hair is long to the back, and they fix nails. They want to sing and swing nails. What is happening here is not beauty pageant. God is not looking for the best voice. He's looking for worshippers. If he was looking for voices, angels will do a better job. Anybody who can go through the process, no matter your connection with him, remove him. Service, positions are for those who have gone through the school of process. You go check Jesus out. Never gave anybody any title until they have followed him for more than 3.5 years. Peter was brother Peter. Nathaniel was brother Nathaniel. At first they were called disciples because they were following process. Does it not surprise you? Have you read the Bible anywhere? And you saw Jesus present and they were preaching. You know, before I used to think, why don't they give people room to preach? And God told me, that place is end. You give it to somebody who doesn't know the process, he will abuse it. That's why some people come here, you give them 2 minutes. They want to talk for 10 minutes. You give them position here to talk, they pocket their hand. Somebody who has not been able to pioneer a church of 50 people, you tell him to come and talk here. He's not afraid. He puts his hand in the pocket. He's talking like a big man. He doesn't know process. I'm not setting anybody up. I'm helping a generation. Did you see Jesus sitting and say, Peter, preach? In fact, he trained them for over 3 years. He now sent them to the field. He didn't give them sandals. He didn't give them staff. He didn't give them money. He wanted them to appreciate the process. When they returned back, they had sense. So every time you give opportunity to people who have process, you see precision and accuracy. If you want a mandate to be a generational mandate, school those who follow the process. Let's sit up under pressure. They can look at you and say, we are not doing anything. Allow them to go through the case. The Bible told us 400 broken and battered men came to David. They were following David about. A point came when they were now defining the warriors. There was no difference between the warriors and the broken men. Because they followed David through hunger. They followed David through warfare. And at the end of the day, they were qualified to gain rank. Paul was going on missionary journey. When John Mark came to Pega Pamphylia, he saw an attack. He ran home. The next missionary journey, he carried back. He thought it was about flying in private jet. God said, you don't go with us. If you run away from process, you will not be brought into the office. Barnabas quarreled with Paul. Paul separated with Barnabas. After many years, when John Mark accepted process, Paul said, bring John Mark. Now you can start as a deacon. You should have become an apostle. But it's your process that will determine your ranking. Those of you who dodge prayer meetings, you dodge evangelism outreach, you dodge fasting program, but when there's a conference you want to take charge, you are a cancer. Nothing can survive with you. If you refuse process, you can never walk in the glory. The reason the ministry of Jesus did not crumble was because he handed it over to men who went through process. And after he left, even when they had to die, not one person changed his mind. No.
that apart from the power we manifest as a proof of resurrection, one of the potent arguments that justifies the resurrection of Jesus is the fact that no disciple changed his mind. Some of them were slaughtered. Some of them were sawn asunder. Nobody said, excuse me, I want to confess. All of them stood their ground. You know why? In the school of process, you die daily. So the day they crucified Peter was not the first day he died. The day they beheaded them was not the first day they died. Paul said, I die daily. Process is carrying your cross and following. There are seasons where there will be no food. There are seasons where there will be no money. But you will stand. I studied Jesus' ministry. I saw the stratification. There was the 500. The 500 were not given anything. The only privilege they had was that they saw him when he resurrected. Then there was the 120. The 120 were given the Holy Spirit because they were the ones who obeyed his instructions even after he died. He said, tarry in Jerusalem. There were 500, but only 120 obeyed after death. You know what happened to 380? They say, I beg, God has died. Which one is tarrying in Jerusalem? It's no more. It was the 120 who went to the upper room. Then there was the 70. The 70 were the ones who went to mission. Now, when they were going to mission, Jesus said, when I sent you, I did not give you pause. I didn't give you sandals. You didn't have latchet, but they went. So when he sent people for mission, he didn't share money. He told them, go. Anything you see, that's part of the training. Those were the ones he gave power to cast out devils. And then there was the 12. The 12 were the martyrs. The ones he saw who give their lives for him. And then there was the 3. When he went to the Mount of Transfiguration, he told the 3, what you see, don't tell the others. No kingdom. People, we may gather as 1,000. Where we stand is based on our process. Where we stand is based on our sacrifice. Where we stand is based on our death. It's the degree of your death in service that determines your rank. Blessed is a ministry. Blessed is a business that does not just have members but have disciples. Members are those who bear the name of the ministry. Disciples are the ones who bear the scars of the ministry. It's the more disciples you have that determines whether a mandate will be a generational mandate. Let's rush because of our time.